Hello students, welcome to the session on DEMS. In our previous lecture, we have seen a topic called data models. They are very important now because those languages will be utilized for your practical stream. Okay, just do remember them. And in our today's session, we are going to see one more topic called data models. Okay, now let me discuss from the title itself. Leave about the data that we know already, but what do you mean by models actually? In our general life, in our reality, we will be using this term regularly. Say suppose if you are buying a product, then there will be a model for that. Okay, if you are buying a shirt, then the model will wear that shirt and it will show you people. They will be showing you people how it looks like. Right? Means to say that they are giving a blueprint for you people. How it looks like, how to wear, how to not wear, right? They will be giving such kind of information. In case of your data models also, this is a modeling of data, I can say. This is a modeling of data. How you are going to store the data, how you people will relate the data to one another. They will be giving a brief idea by using what figures, pictures, what are the things that you people will understand. By using them, they will try to explain you people what is the data that you are going to store and how you people will be maintaining the relationship among the data. Okay, and it is easy to understand. It is easy to understand the meaning of data in which they are storing and how the data is related to one among other. Okay, and then next, modeling of the data. Modeling of the data is giving a blueprint for you people. Blueprint. Blueprint means what? How it will be, okay, how it will be stored and how the structure of your database will be and how it will be retrieved, how it will be created. Everything will be shown you people by giving a blueprint by using the data models. Okay, and the nature of the data model is explaining you people without having any physical or logical implementation knowledge to you people. Okay, somehow if you are having a client, those who are not having any knowledge about the database management system, then you need to explain them. Then you need to explain them how you are going to create the database, how you are going to handle the database, and how it is helpful for their organization. In order to explain all those things, you need to take the help of data models so that you people will be using the pictures, so that you people will be using the tables in order to explain their databases. Okay, so that they can easily understand the topic that you people are saying. Okay, and see, when we are having different kind of data models, we will be having different kind of expressions, I can say, in which we will be expressing our data. Now let me discuss those data models one by one. Right, we will be going for the data model stack actually. Right, in a data models we will be having different kind of types like object-based logical model, record-based logical model, and physical data model. Okay, I hope the last one is clear to you people. In this, we will be discussing how we will be storing the data in our storage devices. That is the reason we are saying physical data model. We are not saying logical model. Okay, physical data model, and we will be discussing object-based model and record-based model as per our syllabus. Okay, now let me go for the first one. That is object-based model. In this, we are having kind of models over here. In that, the first one is ER model. ER model stands for entity relationship model. What it is, ma? Entity relationship model. Entity relationship model. It is a pictorial representation model, I can say, where we will be using different kind of pictures in order to explain the entities, in order to explain the relationship. Now the question comes is, what is entity now? Now entity is a real world object which can be distinguished from others. Say suppose if I am using a pen. Pen is an object which can be distinguished from other objects. Chalk, duster, pencil, whatever the things that you are taking, that should be uniquely identified in the real world. So those kind of things will be called as entity. In other words, I can say objects. Okay, and now what is the relationship? It is the association between the entities, I can say. It is the association between the entities. If you are having two members, right? And in order to explain the relationship among them, if they are brothers, and you people will be saying them associativity between those two particular persons. By saying them, you are giving some relation like brother, sister, whatever the thing. In the same way, when you are having multiple things to store in your database, then those particular databases will be storing the details about the database, and they will be explaining you people how it will be used. And by using this object based model, you people can describe logical view and external view, I can say external view of the data. So here we are explaining about the logical view in case of entity relationship. For example, if you are having an entity called customer, what you are having? Customer. Then you people will be having a car. Car is an object which can be distinguished. Okay. Now, the customer will be having his own entities. Entities means I can say attributes, right? Customer will be having his customer ID, and customer will be having customer name. Customer will be having address. Customer will have remaining details. And car will also have car ID, car name, car color, car model, everything which is related to car. Now these two entities, customer is an entity and car is also an entity. Now we need to explain the association. Now we need to explain the relationship between these two entities. And these two entities are related by owned. Right? Customer owned a car. Customer buy a car. Like this. We will be explaining the entities, and the relationship among them will be explained by using our entity relationship model. Okay, here we will be using different kind of symbols like this. Rectangular symbol is used for entities, and attributes will be taking ellipse symbol, and relationship will be taking rhombus symbol, and you people will be explaining the flow of data by using the arrow marks. Okay, we will be explaining this entity relationship model in detail when the topic comes into your syllabus. For now, try to understand what is YAML. That's okay. And see, the next one we are having is object oriented model. In this, we will be creating every entity and its object in a single thing. So consider that you are having customer, and in this only I will be mentioning customer ID, customer name, customer address, everything. We are hiding, we are giving the abstraction, we are not explaining them how we will be having the attributes. And again we will be having a car. No, car will also be considered as an object. Car name, car model, car color, everything will be stored. And these two will be having a relation. In order to explain this, we will be using what? Object oriented model. Everything will be considered as an object, and they will be giving you the explanation of how it will be connected to one another. And the next one that we are having is your semantic data model. The semantic data model is a more high level data model that makes it easier for the user to give starting description of the data in an enterprise. The model contains a wide variety of relationships that helps the description of real application scenario. Right? When you are making the database usage in an application, so in order to use those particular data which is stored in your database, those particular things will be explained in an easiest manner by using the semantic data model. But as per our discussion, as per our syllabus, we will be learning in detail about this ER model. Okay, and this semantic data will be explained to you people when you are going for the application development, or else when you are using the application level programmings in order to access your database. The DBMS cannot support all the relationship directly. So it is built only with few relations known as the relational model. So everything will not be explained now in a single thing. So they will be taking the semantic data model in order to explain those particular things. And the last one that we are having is functional data model, which makes it easier to define the functions and call them during the processing. Whenever you are trying to access the data from the database, how it should be accessed, what are the functionalities of those particular databases will be seen by your functional data model. Okay, I hope it is clear to you people. If it is a little bit faster, just go through your material. You people can easily understand. Why? Because it is the biggest topic now. That is the reason I am going a little bit faster. Okay, now I'll go for the next one. That is, we have discussed about the object-based model. Do remember, object-based model will explain us the logical view and external view of your database, or as external view of your database, I can say, and also to make a description regarding the data and how it will be stored into the database. Those will be explained by your object-based data model. Now, after this, we used to have one more model, like what? File-based model or as record-based model. The next one is record-based model. Now, let me discuss them. The next one that we are having is the record-based model. In the record-based model also, we will be having different kind of models in this. In that, the first one that we are discussing is your relational model. By using this record-based model also, we can explain the logical view and external view. Logical view and external view. External view means user level view, I can say. Okay, so if you are not having any knowledge, so they can easily understand your content, your data, and the relationship among the data will be explained by using this record-based model. And the first one that we are going to discuss is your relational data model. Okay, and we will be maintaining the data in the form of records or else files, I can say. That is the reason the name has been given like record-based model. And in this, the first one that we are going to discuss is your relational model. In this particular, every entity or as a relation will be maintained in the form of table. We will be storing the details in the form of tables. Okay, so that every entity will be having its own attributes, own details. Every record will be giving the information about a particular person or else about a particular thing. And after this, you people will be having few more relations, few more tables into your relational model, I can say, where you people will be explaining the data in the format of table itself. For example, if I am having a customer ID, customer name, customer address, customer account number. So you will be having this kind of information. So consider the account number is some 7777. Then this account will be related to some bank now. So bank details, you people can say bank details or else account details table. So where we will be having what? Account number, account holder, type of account and location of the account. So we will be relating these two tables by having this account number, which is common in these two tables. How the tables will be created, how it will be showing the relationship, don't worry about them. Why? Because we will be learning two models in detail. That is, first one is ER model and the second one is relational model only. Do remember that in a relational model, we will be representing the data in the format of table, and each and every table will be associated with some relation. In order to explain the relation between the two tables, we will be having the common things between them. That you need to remember about your relational model. Okay, and then you people will be having network model. In this network model, you people will be arranging the data in a table format or else in any format, but it will be making a communication. It will be creating what? Relationship among the other details by using a network. Means to say that it will be forming the graph in order to get the details from your database, I can say. In other words, network model represents the data in the form of collection of records and relationship among the records represented in the links. For example, as I have taken the table in the relational model, if these details have been stored in a network model, I will be having customer ID, customer name and account number. And this account number will be linked to what? Account details like 777 and remaining details will be stored here. Like this. If you are using such kind of information, then it will be falling under what? Network model. And this can form a graph now. In turn, if you are having some other details which is related to account details, if there is a customer ID over here, customer ID, then in turn this customer ID will be related to this particular one. So it is forming a graph. So in this way we will be having what? Network model in order to explain our database. Okay, and then we are having hierarchical model. Whenever you are getting the term in your computer science like a hierarchical term, then you need to remember a tree structure. You need to remember a tree structure. In this model, we will be representing the data and content of the database in the format of tree. It is a type of network model only, but in the case of network model, we are forming the graphs. But in the case of hierarchical model, we will be getting the information in the form of trees. For example, I will take this only, customer details. So customer details will be there now, and account details will also be there, which will be creating a customer root. Both are related to what? Customer. These are the relation. These are the details of customer, and these are also related to your customer only. And customer will be having customer details, and in turn, when we are having account number will be having account details. So like this, we'll be having one more record which is of customer, right? There also will be having some customer ID like 778, and this 778 will also have account details. Like this, when you are having such kind of representation which will be forming a tree type of representation, then that will be called as hierarchical model. In turn, this hierarchical model will be giving us the information how it is related with one another. Okay, this is how we will be using object based model and record based model. And after this we are having physical model, physical data model, I can say. Don't say that physical logical model, right? Physical data model. What do you mean by physical data model is, so this physical data model is used for describing the data at the lowest level in which you are storing the data, I can say. Means to say that at the hardware components where you people will be storing the data. Storage devices will be there now in order to store our database. So at that particular level, it will be explaining you how we are going to store the data, how we are going to use the data at that particular level, and it will be having its own model to explain them, that is unifying model and frame memory model. We won't have this kind of topic in our syllabus, but you should know what it will do, what the physical model will do. Physical model will explain you the content of your database at the lowest level, at the storage devices, I can say, by using these two kind of models. I hope it is clear up to this, and we will be discussing few more things in our upcoming lecture. That's it for now. See you in the next one. Thank you.